Yes. Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo and Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, it doesn't work without you guys. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up those football gods here on this Saturday. The weekend is here, and I actually have great news because our man DMV, we're going to be missing him on the Friday night show because he is back to high school football. He is a defensive back coach, and his team is going to be playing today, their first game. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to get my morning video done. I'm going to go out into my wife's beta tank, the filter thing that came with it. The light won't go off, so we're going to go get that thing squared away because we got to make sure Mama and the beta fish are happy, because if Mama and the beta fish ain't happy, ain't nobody happy in the house. So we're going to go out and take care of that stuff, do some running around, and we're probably going to do a live stream the game. Hopefully the high school won't copyright us, for broadcasting their game and stuff, but it's some football. Hey, I'll take it. And I'll be really, really happy. Best of luck to John and his team, and let's see future stars playing right now. So one other thing I want to deal with too is this. Last night, Friday nights and Monday nights, we always do our live streams. I've been doing those shoots before it was cool. Probably for about 4 or 5 years now, I've been doing Monday nights and Friday nights. And we have a great discussion. I have my man DMV here. I got Michael Anthony Fitness and all chiming in and things. And we have a lot of you fans in there. And understand that this is broke-ass media, okay? I am the guy, if you watched the show last night, DMV couldn't get his headsets to work, so I had to get up and go over there and take care of that. Michael Anthony plugged his mic in, didn't work, so here it is live, broke ass media. I got to go over there and make sure his mic is working. It's a lot to do. That's what happens when it's broke ass media. This is not ESPN where the talent just sits there behind the desk in a nice suit and everything else and just has to talk, and everybody else does anything. This is all encompassing broke ass media where I got to do everything. And that includes taking care of, we got 5 cameras in the set. We've got 4 microphones. We got the lighting that has to be done. And of course, when we're doing a show, we have a lot of you guys commenting. And because we're trying to raise money to upgrade the studio, so I have more things I have to do, we're giving away Joe Boo racks and some other stuff and all to help support the people that have done super chats. With all this stuff going on, and this is no excuse, I miss things. I honestly do. There's a fan, or former fan, he unsubscribed, Phantom of Many Topics, who said that I've missed 3 of his super chats. And it's not intentional. I apologize, and I want to recognize you. In fact, to make it up to you, I will send you a rack. So Phantom of Many Topics, my deepest apology. I'm going to, email me this morning. I'm going to email you back and understand, people. Listen, one, I'm not real bright, definitely not good looking, and I miss things, and it's not intentional because I'm thankful for all of you who watch the show and contribute. It's not a matter of me trying to miss you on purpose. So now that we've talked about broke-ass media, I have figured out something now. I now understand. I've been at war with Dan Orlovsky because I sit here and I say, how the hell does that idiot have a job? I mean, seriously, we're talking about the same guy who lost the game for his team by running out of bounds of the back of the end zone. A tied game, 10-10. He runs out the back of the end zone. They lose 12-10. He said things like Carson Wentz. This is recently now. Carson Wentz has a Hall of Fame pedigree. I don't know what the fuck that means, because pedigree, I mean, technically you could say everybody has a Hall of Fame pedigree. If they make it to the NFL, if you've been a football player, then aren't you capable of becoming a Hall of Famer if you play good enough? So I understand where you can, Carson Wentz, his talent and everything. This is the same guy who said Carson Wentz stats are better than what they are because of the people around them. The same guy that said that Quincy Carter went to the Super Bowl with the Cowboys. I get it now. Dan Orlovsky is the comic relief. Seriously. Dan Orlovsky is the comic relief for ESPN. Let me give you a taste of this. Just watch.
Welcome to NFL Live, alongside with Dan Orlovsky and Dan Graziano, plus Mina Kimes. I am Field Yates, and back to that situation in Seattle. What do you got, Dan?
Phil, I think it's...
What's going on here? I'm the only one that's
Dan?
allowed to wear the obnoxiously green sport coat on this show. You can't come in trying to steal my ground here, bud.
You know something, Dan? I'm going to go ahead and let this sit for a second. We'll get a screenshot. We'll send it out to the masses, and we'll figure out which one of us, according to Twitter,
look at the
better.
contrast.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at the
This
contrast.
Is nice.
Like
you've got
like
a
a neon green and then kind of like a Bermuda grass green, and I've got like Augusta fairway green.
Yeah, we'll get into more of this later, Dan. We'll hash this out. I think we're supposed to talk football right now. So I guess we'll go back to Russell Wilson, who, as we mentioned, there is still a little bit of drama here. Russell Wilson has a preferred list of 4 teams he would like to be traded to if he is in fact traded, but he has not demanded a trade. That, according to Adam Schefter. His agent spoke to Schefter on the record about those 4 teams, which would include the Cowboys, Saints.
You see my point there. He doesn't really add any football knowledge or insight. But what he does is he brings the funny. That's all. That's what I'm assuming that's what ESPN is doing, that they have him to be the butt of jokes, to literally be, the funny guy for the straight men. If you think differently, please leave a comment in there and let me know. But I just can't. Anyway, interesting thing that sometimes it's like I've said and used analogies and they come back around. And this was one that I thought was kind of cool. And if you've watched the Jobu Sports Report for a while, you've heard me say this. Bucky Brooks. Maybe some folks need to take a real estate course to better understand market value. If your house and your neighborhoods are selling at a certain rate, you're able to sell those houses at comp rates when the house hits the market. The quarterback market is similar. Yeah. 39.9, Dak 40. Yeah, it's comp. It's the same. And I've also looked at it from a standpoint of, Derek. Derek is a Dak Prescott hater. He's great with computers and all that, but he's a Dak Prescott hater. The thing is I look at quarterbacks and say that quarterbacks are probably all paid too much, although it's supply and demand. You could look at it and say, that offensive line is just as important as that quarterback. That quarterback is not achieving without people in front of him. If the quarterback doesn't have wide receivers to throw to, it doesn't matter how good or how much you pay that quarterback, he's not going to be good. And it's the same thing about real estate as well. You can take a house that's in Alabama that might be $150,000, $200,000, just hypothetically, $200,000. It's a 5-bedroom house with 3.5 bathrooms and stuff, 2-car garage, nice house. Maybe it's even on an acre of land or something, right? Well, you take that house, that same house, and you put it in Washington, D.C. It's $1 million house. And you could look at it and say, well, I'm not going to pay $1 million for that house. That's ridiculous. Look, right here, it's $200,000. Doesn't matter. It's what the market will bear. It's the location of it. It's the position. And that's how it is with quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are in a high rent district. And if you want one or want a premier one, you're going to have to pay. And all this talk that you hear that, well, Russell Wilson, he's cheaper than Dak Prescott. At the moment, Russell Wilson's going to want a new contract. That money, that signing bonus, and that money's gone. He's going to look at that check and say, hey, I'm only getting $1 million a game right now. You're going to pay me. They're all going to have to get paid. So the best thing you can do is get on board now, sooner than later. Because as we've learned over the last couple of years, we keep running into the same brick wall and expecting something different because we went from 30 to 35 to 40. And do you think next year it's going to go down? Don't think so. And in final news, Zack Martin's brother, Nick Martin, who's been in the NFL for 4 years, center for the Texans, 6'4", about 295 pounds. Started 14 games his rookie year and played 16, 16, and 16 over the last 3 years. The Texans, well, they're having a fire sale. They're literally trying to say, you know what, we're going to get rid of everybody but you, Watson. We're not going to have anybody there to block for you. We're going to make you play for us. Yeah. I'm sure Watson's saying, oh, great, my center's gone. How about I go ahead and play now? Yeah, the Texans, I don't know what to do. But back to Nick Martin. Nick Martin, who had a $7.5 million contract. The Texans will be eating, I think, $2.5 million of that money. It's dead money, but they're releasing him. Really good player, Zack Martin's brother. Now, you may be able to sign him. I'm not saying they should or shouldn't, but here's the thing. Stephen Jones has sold us on player acquisition is a 365-day-a-year job. We know the pedigree of his brother, Zach. Nick might like to play with his brother. Now, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying this. Who knows? Maybe Tyler Badish can play guard. Maybe Nick can play guard. I'm just saying you want to get the best combination. Maybe you take Connor Williams, who actually had one of his better years. He's always wanted to be a tackle. He can be a tackle. Maybe Lyle Collins can be a guard. Because ultimately what you want to do is you want to find the 5 best players and athletes to be on your offensive line. You want to get the youngest guys that are going to be the healthiest. And getting somebody like that on the offensive line, being able to play different combinations, may end up being the move that helps you to start looking ahead for Tyron Smith's replacement. Just saying, you need to turn over every single rock when it comes to free agents and guys that can ultimately help your team. All right, y'all. I hope you guys have a great day. This is day number 5 of the free agency window to franchise tag players. Man, ain't got much time left. We'll see if the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott come to an agreement. I'm Mark Holmes, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon.